It was just piss poor writing. And we love Cage. We both do. Don't pretend like you don't.
He's one of my favorite actors. I mean,
you'd spread the cheeks for Cage.
Maybe not. Maybe not. That depends on how much alcohol I've had in me at that time and what he's promising me in return.
Right. All right, let's go, baby.
Okay, so Stan Lee was a co-writer in 96 on the first draft of the script, along with Jeff Vintar. According to resources, the story would have been a super intelligent MODOK as the villain. The script was apparently pretty good because of Rothman, the president of production of Fox at the time, saying Lee's screenplay made him get the character Iron Man. Never used Lee's script. So 2 years later, it hadn't moved. So Tom Cruise tried to kickstart a production, the extent of commissioning a script by Lee and Vintar again. Jeffrey Kane then polished the screenplay. It's still nothing. In 1999, Quentin Tarantino.
Why not?
Was approached to see if he could move things along, but nothing came of that. The rights then moved over to New Line Cinema in 2000 with Ted Elliott, Terry Rose. People don't know who these I don't know who these people are. Writing a screenplay. This time had Nick Fury cameo.
Bet you he was white in that version.
I bet you was.
Actually, I don't know. Tarantino loves Sam Jackson.
He does.
So I don't know. Could have been.
New Line Cinema started talking to Joss Whedon about directing, but this didn't pan out. By 2004, Nick Cassavetes was attached to the project, but then the rights.
I can't remember what he did. What did Nick Cassavetes do?
I don't know.
He's done some bigger films. I just can't think of them right now.
I don't know.
Move along.
So eventually, the rights reverted back to Marvel after all those failed. Marvel got a hold of it. So this was actually a part of a 6-picture deal between Marvel and Paramount before the acquisition of Marvel by Disney, because Disney owns everything now.
Yep.
This was part of the Avengers, the Iron Man 3, Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America. We don't need to talk about each Marvel superhero as a main theme. We don't talk about that. Let's see. Production met with about 30 different writers, and they all passed, as most of them felt that Iron Man was a relatively obscure character in the Marvel Universe.
Which he was.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
No, he was not. What?
The Avengers was a second-tier team,
Who was its first-tier team?
I told you, Fantastic Four and the X-Men.
No.
They were your primary guys, and the Avengers were an afterthought.
No.
I don't think the Avengers were even important
until
the Power Gauntlet, and even then, they were still not the primary.
The Power Gauntlet?
The
Power Gauntlet, really?
The Gauntlet series.
The Gauntlet series.
I don't remember what the fuck it's called. I don't give a shit.
You don't know what it's called?
I can't think of it.
Come on,
dude.
Come on, let's
My brain's not fucking working.
Fucking Power Gauntlet.
I was thinking of the goddamn Power Glove. The Nintendo Power Glove.
The Power Gauntlet.
The Infinity Gauntlet. Jesus
there you go. There you go.
I'm not looking over. I know it's sitting to my left.
Power Gauntlet.
I just couldn't think of it for a second there. Give me a break.
Okay.
But they weren't even the primary in that. Infinity Gauntlet was X-Men was the primary in that story.
What are you fucking talking about? No, they were not.
Yeah, dude.
No. You're about to say I'm pretty sure. When's the last time you read the comics?
It's been a while.
Who was the?
It's been a while.
Who was the ace in the hole for the battle against Thanos? Who was considered the ace in the hole?
I thought it was Wolverine.
No, it was
Then
Thor.
maybe I'm thinking of a different series altogether.
You are. You apparently fucking reading DC or something.
No.
Scott. Scott and I.
Who?
Scott,
Okay,
Scott
I'm not going down this. Who was it? Just tell me
Thor.
who it was.
I told you it was Thor. It was Thor.
Thor?
Yes, when Thanos got Thor, that's when it was Strange and Warlock were like, oh shit. If he can take down Thor.
But I thought that was relatively early in the storyline.
That was the big plan they had
Because it was like a 3-month arc or a 6-month arc, wasn't
Right,
it? And
right.
he took down Thor like relatively early, like in the first.
When they all came to fight him, he wasn't one of the first ones to attack. And he came, and then
Okay, see, it's been, dude, it's been at least 20 years since I've read this. So give me a little bit of fucking break.
no.
Okay,
You're supposed
then let's
to
do the fucking movie.
do the research, man.
I don't care. I did the research on Iron Man.
Where's your research?
The movie we're doing is Iron Man, not the Infinity Gauntlet comic book from 30, 40 years ago.
The X-Men. 30, 40 years ago? It wasn't 30 to 40 years ago.
Okay, you're going to tell me that the X-Men weren't prominent in Infinity Gauntlet.
They were just as prominent as the Avengers were.
Okay. All right.
We should, you know, who we should have had? We should have Ethan Grayson when we do Infinity Gauntlet. Because
We're not doing Infinity Gauntlet. That's a comic book. It's not a movie. This is a drive-in. We don't go to the drive-in to read a fucking comic book, you weirdo.
All right. fucking X-Men.
It's 40 years old.
No, it's not 40 years old.
Infinity Gauntlet was in the early 90s.
What year is it?
I don't know. What year is it? It's been 29 years, so it's 30 years
So
ago.
it's 40. Wait a second.
It's fucking 30
You
years ago.
said
now.
40 years ago.
30.
I'm 41 years old. Infinity Gauntlet did not come out in 78.
Okay. It was
Jackass.
30 years ago. Sorry. Who gives a shit? It wasn't last week.
Whenever Scott
Is this a
texts-
show?
Whenever
What the
Scott,
fuck is this?
whenever Scott texts me and tells me where you
This is
fucked
what
up-
happens when we go 3 weeks without doing a goddamn movie review.
No, when Scott calls me and texts me and says you fucked up on this, he used to be like, Paul. I'm like, no, Paul knows what he's talking about.
No,
Paul knows.
no.
I can show you the text message.
No. I'm saying I don't know what I'm talking about with Infinity Gauntlet. I haven't read it in 20 goddamn
he's
years.
saying everything else too. He destroyed you with Star Wars.
I don't care. This is my opinion. It's an opinion show. It's not a
Well, no,
fact
no,
show.
this is a
We
fact
are
show.
not a goddamn.
The facts show.
This is not a news broadcast.
The facts. The
This
facts.
is my opinion of the situation.
The facts are that Infinity Gauntlet came out in 92, 93.
Okay.
And it's
So-
not 40 years ago.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
said it was 40 years ago.
I just threw a
And
number
you
out.
also said the X-Men were the ones in charge.
I said the X-Men were.
They were not.
I thought they were.
No, they were not.
Okay, I'm wrong.
No, they were not.
You're right. I'm wrong. I have no problem admitting that.
No, thank you very much.
But you know what?
Doesn't matter.
In my opinion, the X-Men were in charge.
That's fine. Where are they in
Because
this?
it's my opinion.
Where are they in
and
this
I have
whole
a microphone.
universe? Where are they in this whole universe right now? Where are they at? They're in Fox.
They're on Fox.
Fox Hell.
At least for a couple more months.
Making some shitty movie about
Actually,
the
no,
apocalypse.
they're almost done, aren't they? Fox has already sold them. They're just
Yep. Disney's going to be owning all those characters.
But
as
they
well.
still have 2 more films coming out. They have the New Mutants and
Yeah. Don't care.
The Dark Phoenix.
Don't care. Don't care.
The New Mutants might be decent. It's supposed to be like a horror movie.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I think the last couple X-Men have been horror movies as well.
Really? You didn't like Logan?
I didn't watch that movie.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I don't know anything.
It's
about
like reminds me
comics,
like when
so-
Old Yeller dies, you cry.
Yeah.
Like if I watch that movie, I want to cry at the end. I don't want.
It's okay to be emotional.
It is emotional. How do you think I feel every time you leave here?
Tears of joy.
Yeah, really.
It's like I give up, dude. Can we get to the fucking movie? Seriously.
Okay, where are we?
30 years ago,
Okay,
not 40. I apologize. Jesus Christ.
let's see here. Then, so finally we got John, the man
Favre.
who was in
Brett Favre.
Favre, who was also in one of the most underappreciated movies of all time. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. You don't like that
Elf.
movie? No. No. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm not going to say it.
Vince Vaughn.
I know what it is.
Come on, man.
No.
You forgot the name of the movie, didn't you?
What?
You forgot the movie, didn't you? You don't know. You asshole.
No, I'll do it.
Swingers.
Well, I don't know why you like that movie so much.
Well, that's a great movie.
Okay.
It is called Swingers.
Yes, it is. It's Swingers. It's Swingers.
It's a great movie, man. You don't like it?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just don't have the affection for it that you have. But you love Anaconda, for Christ's sakes.
We had to do Anaconda. Dude,
That's fine. We could do whatever the hell you want. Let's start with Iron Man.
The script was not completely finished when filming began,
Jesus.
since the filmmakers were more focused on the story and the action. The dialogue was this is a credit to Downey Jr. The dialogue was mostly ad-lib throughout the filming. Director Jon Favreau acknowledged that it made him feel a bit more natural.
Favreau.
Some scenes were shot with 2 cameras to capture lines improvised on the spot.
Are you sure it wasn't Couples Retreat?
Nah,
That
no.
had Vince Vaughn and John Favreau in it.
I can't believe he did that movie, Old Crooked News, too. Wedding Crashers.
Oh God, yeah, dude. I don't like that guy. Owen Wilson or whatever his name is.
Robert Downey Jr. would ask for many takes of the one scene since he wanted to try something new.
Okay.
Gwyneth Paltrow, old Big Bird on the other hand, had a difficult time trying to match Downey with a suitable line since she's a product of nepotism.
Okay.
Morgan Fairchild is her mother.
All right. Do you feel that Morgan Fairchild is a good actress? Or do you feel like she falls into that other category with the chick that I can't remember her name?
I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Wait a minute. Is Morgan Fairchild? I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking of what's her name?
I don't know. Uma
The one
Thurman?
from Nip Tuck.
I don't know. I don't know who the fuck we're talking about.
All right, doesn't matter. We'll get a text in the middle of next week.
You can get a text, dude. I didn't say it. Scott, I didn't say it.
Jeff Bridges said he felt really uncomfortable not having a script.
I can see that. Why would a professional actor shows up to do a movie about shit that he doesn't even understand with characters that don't really exist
Well,
and you know everything's being ad-libbed because there's no fucking script.
Bridges is that on here?
Fucking
But
Bridges.
Bridges gets so involved that he knew that Obadiah was like an old biblical name.
Yeah.
So he spent time researching the Bible to see how Obadiah parallels with his character here.
Oh my God.
He's like, there ain't no damn connection. It's like, no shit, it's a name.
He's too good of an actor to be in this fucking movie. I'm sorry.
Hate actors and actresses who take themselves too seriously.
He does,
Dude, you pretend to be somebody else.
But he does the most ridiculous shit, too. He did Rest in Peace Detectives or whatever. FRPD? R.I.P.D.?
Oh, my God.
You remember that
Yeah,
shit?
Yes.
With Ryan Reynolds?
What is-
Holy crap, dude. What a shit fest that was. I still watched it because it was Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Bridges. They could literally sit in a bathroom and talk to each other, shitting for an hour and a half. I'd probably watch it.
To prepare for his role, Obadiah Stane, Jeff Bridges read some of the Iron Man comic books that featured Stane. He also grew a beard and shaved his head, which he said was something he'd always wanted to do.
Yeah, it wasn't part of the character at all. He showed up with a bald head and a fucking full beard, and they're like, oops.
Whoops.
Is it too late to get another actor?
Yeah, we can skip over these 2 pieces of information since we got to get to the actual damn movie. Let's get to Downey Jr. first. According to Jon Favreau.
Jesus Christ, dude. Would you write a novel?
I don't know. I just really got in it. I mean, I wasn't expecting us to take the first 43 minutes to bullshit around. Maybe next time you should focus. Focus. We got a lot of shit to get
Okay.
through, man.
Swingers.
The
The movie was Swingers.
Jon Favreau was inspired to cast Downey Jr. as Tony Stark after seeing his performance in Less Than Zero.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, Jesus, you picked an even worse one. Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang. Holy crap. I mean, that's not a horrible movie, but it's not a great one either.
Yeah. He commented, the best and worst moments of Robert's life have been in the public eye. He had to find an inner balance to overcome obstacles that went far beyond his career. That's Tony Stark. Robert brings a depth that goes beyond a comic book character having trouble in high school or can't get the girl. Favre also felt Donnie could make Stark a likable asshole and also depicted an authentic emotional journey once he won over the audience. That was important.
He's a good actor.
In an interview with Britain's Empire magazine, Downey Jr. thanked Burger King for helping him get straight in 2003 with a car full of drugs.
What?
He had a burger that was so disgusting it made him rethink his life and dump the drugs in the ocean. He repeats this was an impromptu sit-down session with the press upon his return from captivity. Burger King also promoted the film with toys based on the movie, as well as a sequel. So one day, he was eating a shitty Burger King burger and realized where his life went wrong. If only 48% of the population did the same thing. Is it 46%? I don't know.
I'm sorry, Mr. Green Deal. I'm not positive of the number.
I don't know either. To prepare for his role as Iron Man. Why do actors do this shit?
I don't know.
Downey Jr. spent 5 days a week weight training and practicing martial arts, even though this was the only Marvel movie that didn't have any martial arts fight scenes.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a single one.
Only Marvel movie, but he had to practice martial arts. Imagine
I don't know that he. I mean, did they know that beforehand?
It's
now?
like Robin Hood, okay? It's like Kevin Costner going out there with a Colt 45 at a practice range, shooting a gun, and they're going to play Robin Hood. Makes no sense to me. No sense.
I don't think that it was wrong for him to do weight training and lose weight. And if
I
the martial arts might have
martial
helped him with the, wire work and that kind of shit. Because there had to be some wire work. It couldn't have all been CGI.
According to Terrence Howard, he and Downey Jr. completed physically on the set. I'm 40 to 50 pounds heavier than him, so I'm lifting. I push up 225 and knocked it out 10 times. Robert wanted to go out 235, and he did. So I pushed it up another 245. Robert and his competitive ass almost tore my shoulder trying to keep up with him.
Right. Do we want to get into Terrence Howard yet, or do we want to wait?
I have it later in the script.
Okay. Well, then we'll wait.
We'll wait. So we're actually in the movie.
Are we? It's only an hour in.
No.
It's only a 2-hour fucking movie.
It's actually
You wrote 45 pages on the first scene, which is insane.
it says scene number 2. Actually, it's not scene. So scene 1 opens up with Back in Black playing by AC/DC.
Oh, okay.
They're rolling through the desert, Afghani desert, where Tony Stark is being escorted by an army entourage. Did you get something in your eye? I can see your eyes are moving. You want to say something here?
I'm letting you get to it. I that's all, dude. I mean, we're so far behind. I was letting you get some shit out.
Okay, but this is and then
Since you gave me the opportunity,
go right ahead. Go ahead.
There's no way this fucking movie would be made today. There is zero chance of this movie being made today.
I disagree. You know why? Because they would just transfer it to a Russian desert or something like that.
Okay, I guess, or
It would be
some
Russian villains, yes.
white supremacist
Yes,
fucking camp
exactly.
in the middle of Germany or something.
Exactly.
That would be the only way they would do this.
Yep.
But you wouldn't see this enemy. You wouldn't see
Nope.
this,
Nope.
the encouragement of arms, because this was what, 2008?
2008, so it's probably filmed in 2007.
So basically, it's only 3 or 4 years after 9/11. So the country is still very pro-war.
There's your math again. 2001 was 9/11. This is 2007, so it'd be 6 years.
Oh, yeah, but you just said 2004. It would have filmed in 2004, didn't you say
No,
that?
I said 2007.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on,
I'm sorry. My brain's not working as usual. Sorry. So
I said vigorous masturbation makes you lose brain molecules.
Then I should be the smartest man in this room. I could have sworn you said 2004. It was recorded in 2004. I just
It's okay.
misheard you.
Let's move. But
Maybe it's
you're right.
because the headphones are shit.
They're cutting off blood pressure. It's so damn tight.
No, okay. It's within a couple years from 9/11.
Right.
So you still had the country as a whole was still, okay with the Afghanistan war. It was okay with everything going on. It was before Obama.
Yeah.
And,
right before Obama.
hope and change. And, basically all of a sudden we didn't want to be in that war.
Right.
The rest of us who never wanted to be in that war, it never mattered. So,
no, it doesn't.
But anyway, my point being, you had more or less like a Muslim culture as the bad guy in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It would not happen today.
No.
There's no way you would make this film today.
I agree.
That's all I meant to say.
Okay.
I didn't mean to sidetrack the whole fucking thing.
You're not sidetracking shit. We're good, man.
This is the worst episode yet.
Actually, I think it's one of the best. I think it's one of the most entertaining for people to listen to.
I don't feel like I can say anything because I feel like I'm going to get attacked by Scott now.
Dude, it's the one
I can't wait till fucking next week when his ass is here.
It's going to be fun, isn't it? I'm just going to be, I'll be directing traffic.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be
I'm not going to
instigating.
say a fucking thing. I'm just going to let him sit there and talk and say, well, no, this is the way, blah, 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 blah. And then I'll go online and fucking talk about how bad he was. Fucking cockstain. Can we do this movie?
So
It was fucking swingers, goddammit.
repressed emotions can only take so much. Can only take so much abuse.
So what happened in scene 2?
But I thought was scene 1. So he's rolling through the desert, doing, really capturing Tony Stark here. Not a care in the world, about to show off some fucking missiles.
I did love the line where he's just like, "Oh, you're a woman." Now I find myself aroused because he's talking to the chick driving the car.
Yeah.
And he didn't realize she was a woman.
Yeah.
That was just great.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
wonderful.
Good writing. Never get away with that today.
Nope.
Never get away with it today.
Nope.
So all of a sudden, I get waylaid by some terrorists. And you see Downey Jr. run away. Like everybody's getting shot up to hell by these organized terrorists, which always happens, right? And Tony ends up escaping, gets blown in the air by a missile, and then kind of fades out.
Yeah.
In the comics, Tony Stark actually participated and became Iron Man in the Vietnam War. Later, this was changed to the Gulf War. In this film, character's origin was changed to Afghanistan because Jon Favreau did not wish to make the film a period piece, but instead give it a realistic contemporary look.
No, I would just made the argument that it's obviously a period piece because you could not make this movie today. Mm-hmm. And you would not have made this movie in the 1970s, even if you had the special effects, because we weren't really at war with anybody in the desert in the 1970s. So it doesn't conceptually make any sense to make that statement. Yeah. Or am I wrong?
No, you're right. You are.
I just want to make sure because I hate to get attacked for misstating something. That's my fucking opinion.
So we fade out to the Iron Man graphic, and then 36 hours earlier, there is a montage of Stark Industries. There's like some type of gala, like award show.
Yeah.
Where they're going through like Howard Stark dies after he builds Stark Industries, and then it's taken over by Obadiah Stane until Stark graduated from MIT.
Yeah, it's basically telling the entire backstory in approximately a minute and a half.
That's the point of this.
We took an hour and 15 minutes to tell the backstory to talk about this movie.
We're only at 54 minutes, so it's
Fuck you. Fuck you. You piece of garbage. When you add music in, we'll be at 1 hour and 15, you bastard.
I can add shit. I can do anything. It's all gonna be the background.
Piece of shit. Come on, go. 54 minutes.
I get you to come to my house every couple weeks just to humiliate you about movies.
That's it. That's what this whole fucking show is. I just come over so you can just shit in my mouth for 1 hour and a half. See you later. Motherfucker. Okay, yeah. So, montage.
People really want to know about Iron Man. Okay, so Stark wins an award. He isn't there. He's actually playing blackjack. No, he's playing craps. Playing craps.
Yep.
Where he's approached by a reporter who then the typical CNN, MSNBC female reporter harassing him about being.
Well, I would
merchant.
say Fox News because she was super hot,
Okay, Fox News. You're right.
but
You're
she
right.
was more of a liberal.
Yeah,
So it's kind of
they're
they're throwing out mixed messages right off the start.
right, which is interesting. So she amalgamation between a Fox News hotness and MSNBC dog shit liberalism.
Yeah, there you
Ultra
go.
liberalism. You're a warmonger. Blah blah blah. And he's like, I don't need to.
I'll fuck you in the ass.
Yeah. So he ends up sleeping with her.
Right. Of course. Because they have no morals.
These journalists, these communication majors, they always just consistently end up in the bottom 10% of every class.
Pretty much.
Because they got no moral. They think they're out there to change the world or something. Dog shit. So she wakes up the next day where Tony's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's done used
He's
her.
done her with her.
But Pepper Potts,
She's pretty. She is. It is one of the best scenes with her, mostly because of her you could tell she's completely disgusted with this woman.
yeah, like oh
and
my god,
she also has to be kind of like PC about getting her out of the house. It's a wonderful scene if you really pay attention to it.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
And then of course she pops down to talk to Tony.
harass Tony in the garage. Tell him he's supposed to be going over to Afghanistan.
Yeah, he's supposed to be on the plane already.
Yeah, a couple notes here. He's
Just
working.
like, it's my fucking plane. It's gonna wait for me.
He's gonna wait for me. The roadster that he's working on actually belongs to John Favreau. In the comics, Obadiah Stane ran his own company, Stane International, and was actually a business rival to Stark. In the beginning,
This is a better story.
This is a much better story, yeah.
They kind of do that in the second one. They bring in the other dude,
Rockwell.
Rockwell.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, Rockwell's
Fucking
great.
awesome. Oh my God, he's fantastic in that
Yeah,
movie. Just thinking about it.
it's sad because the first one was great for its simplicity. The second one was great with Rockwell's over the top. Yeah.
Comes out
But
there
then the
dancing.
third one was just so fucking.
The third
ugh.
one's just shit.
It was such a
Shit.
disappointment.
It's like almost there with the Dark World, Thor 2, the Dark World.
I mean, there's parts of the third one I like, but for the most part, dude, it is just. Ugh.
I haven't watched. I just yeah. Let's see. The opening tribute that opens a film that is the Howard Stark character played by Gerard Sanders. It's the only time he's in MCU universe where
Yeah,
Howard
they
Stark is
replaced him with another guy.
Yeah. And Rachel McAdams was actually John Favreau's first choice to play Pepper Potts, but she turned the role down. But she eventually played a role in.
I think she would have done better.
Doctor Strange. I do too, and she's easier on the eyes too.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Gwyneth Paltrow. It
Gwyneth
just reminds me of
Paltrow's
Sesame Street. You know,
fine. I don't really
Looks like
care one
Big
way or
Bird.
the other, but
you know,
neither one of them would shit in my mouth, so I don't really care. When I got you
That's right.
to do it every other week.
When designing,
When did she come back?
Who?
She does come back, but when does she come back? Rachel McAdams.
Doctor Strange. She's in Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I love Doctor Strange. I love.
Yeah,
that
it's a
movie.
good flick.
It's a great flick. Plus Cumberbatch
Cumberbatch is awesome.
is fantastic.
I like way too many of these people.
You do. You do.
I probably wouldn't like them as people, though. I just
No,
like
you
their
can't
acting.
stand them because they all be circle jerking around talking about how bad Orange Man is, right?
Whatever.
Because everybody does that because it's so in vogue. Woo, woo. Leave it off there at Paul's Epic Meltdown Iron Man show. I didn't have to do any editing after listening to it. It was perfect. Anyway, his meltdown will continue next week on Iron Man Part 2. In the meantime, make sure to follow us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Facebook, Twitter, JB's Driving Podcast. I'm telling you, next week is even better. Have a great week, everybody.